music is calling, don't bother it, Joel. I know exactly what goes on.
So, for this song, you will need, well, any guitar really doesn't matter if it's single coil or humbucker pickups. The way that I'm doing this is I'm running a chorus ensemble for the intro of the song. It does have a little bit of effect on it. I'm not sure if they use a chorus ensemble, but I get the sound that I want out of it. And also, I'm only using the overdrive preamp for this one. I'm not using a distortion pedal. I'm using overdrive, and it comes out of my Marshall valvestate. So the intro is something along the lines of. Now, we'll slow that down a little bit. So, the chords that you will play are going to be, you're going to play fourth on A with your ring finger, your third finger. Also on fourth on G, right here, with your pinky. So you're going to have that one string in between here. What you're going to do is you're going to take your index finger, and you're going to put it right there on the second fret. Just like that. And you're going to play those three strings. It's going to give you that. That's the first chord of the song. And the second one, same thing, just remove your ring finger. So it's. And now you're going to go 2, 4, 4. And then 2 and 1. So when you run it all together, it comes out as. And that repeats twice. Once again, you're going to go ring finger on fourth, pinky on fourth, and index finger on second. You're going to be splitting that right there. Remove your ring finger. Power chord, you're going to go 2, 4, 4. And then 2 and 1. 2 on A, 1 on D. And there are 2 guitars in this song, one rhythm, one lead. I will show you both. You will now turn on your overdrive. I'm using it on my amp just because I don't feel like using the pedal. And remember the chords from the intro? You're going to have the same chords for the lead part. You're going to have that first chord, but you're going to be picking it individually now. It's going to go. So those chords from the intro, you're now going to go hit twice on A, once on D, you're going to hit twice on G, and once again on D. And then, so that's what that first one is. Remove your ring finger, do the same thing. Go to that power chord, 2, 4, 4. And go right there, the 2, 1. This time you're going to throw your ring finger on for a pull off. And what you're doing there is you're taking your ring finger and you're pulling it off on 2 here on D. So that original chord, you're just going to put your pinky on, or your ring finger on, and pull it off. It's going to go. And that's the lead for the verse, both verses actually, is that lead. So once again. now for the rhythm, for the verse. The rhythm's really simple. Shouldn't have any problems with it. It's going to be a power chord on 4, 6, 6, just like here. But you slide it up 2 frets. And it's going to play 8 times. It's going to go. And then you're going to drop down to an open A. It's going to be the open A string. And right here, second on D. And then you're going to go 2, 4, 4. And now that one, that's going to repeat until the end of the measure, so it will sound, I'm slowing it down a little bit, but it will sound like. And then repeat. And that does that through the entire first and second verse as well, behind the lead guitar. So once the verse is over, it's repeated enough times, you're going to go into the chorus, which is a lot like the rhythm. I forgot to mention the overdrive stays on for, I think, the rest of the song. The chorus is going to be. But continuous. I'm just showing the chords to begin with. Once again, that's 4, 6, 6. And you're going to play that with this. Here, I'll show you the strumming pattern. And then you go down to 2, 4, and do the same thing. And then you're going to go, same power chord, same form. You're just going to go 7, 9, 9. And then you're going to go up to your E string. It's going to be 5 on E, 7 on A, 7 on D. That's the same A chord as it was in the rhythm. I just prefer to play it up here because it's faster going from here to here than it is from going here to here. So, once again, the chorus is. Goes right back into the next verse. Same thing, it's going to be the same lead and rhythm for that verse. And then I believe there's another change coming up here. There's a bridge or an interlude coming up. Now once you've gotten into the second chorus, you're going to notice that it's the same for the first 2 measures, and the last 2 of the chorus, the strumming pattern changes. It varies. I've seen people play it certain ways. Some people say the strumming pattern doesn't matter as much as the drum changing pace, but I change the strumming pattern because it helps me for whatever reason. So once you've gone through the first 2 lines, where the change comes. It comes to. And goes into a bridge interlude from there. But that strumming pattern that I play is. Slide the camera to where you can see my hand. then from there you go into the bridge, which is the bass and the drums only for the first couple lines. And the guitar is really simple. You can leave the overdrive on or off. I'm choosing to turn it off because I think it sounds better with the clean for this. You're going to play open B. That's just open B. Open E. So then you're going to hit 4 on your high E after the first two notes. And you're going to let that ring. Then you're going to play which is just the same thing, except now you're playing 5 with your middle finger. And then you're doing a hammer-on pull-off. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit 5 and pull your finger downwards to make it ring out again. You should almost pull the string. And that repeats, I'm not sure how many times, either 2 or 4. And that leads right into the next part, which is the outro. Same chorus throughout this entire song. I don't know if you've noticed that yet. Overdrive comes back on, and it's going to be a slightly different strumming pattern, and you're going to play the 4-6-6, that open A, and the 2-4-4. So it will go. That repeats until the song is over. The drums pick up a little bit in the last couple of lines. You don't have to. Some people do. It's really preference, whichever way you think sounds best. Picking up the strumming pattern is optional. You could play from and pick up with the drums. I personally don't. I just stay with the same strumming pattern that I was showing you earlier. Because I believe that's how it was recorded. I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure how John Nolan plays it. But that's the way I play it. And that will be the end of the song once you play that all the way through. And the ending note, or the ending sequence is what I'm doing there is just the same chords that I was using, but I play them slightly faster, and I do a sort of palm mute in between. I'm playing. And then you let that 2-4-4 ring out this last note of the song.